Hello again, everybody. Secretary is here with the attack line on this beautiful day, Monday, March 19th, 2012. It's about 70. It's been a hot weekend here. Hope everyone had a great St. Patty's Day weekend. I did. Well, I had a better weekend than a better week. As you might have mentioned, might have noticed, I haven't made an attack line in about a week since last Monday. I was sick. Starting last Sunday after I DJ'd St. Baldrick's, which I'll get to some gigs this week in a moment. After Monday, I was sick mostly all week. I basically used all the energy that I had last Monday to make last week's attack line, and I was so sick and in bed I couldn't even make a wall review. No TNA review for that matter. So I've been mostly in bed sick with bronchitis last week. I'm mostly recovered now. Still got a little cup. I'm a lot better than I was last week. So I like to apologize for not making any videos on last week because I've been sick. But I will comment on several things that happened last week while I was sick, especially while in TNA, especially after TNA's pay-per-view last night. Before we get to that, I want to mention DJ Zach Attack news. Although I was sick all week, I did recover in time, at least for Friday's gig. I did 3 gigs last week, but this past Friday, I did a special needs dance, another one, at Washington Senior Center for the special needs kids. It was St. Patrick's Day themed. It wasn't as packed as last time. February was amazing, but this was not that bad at all. We still had a decent crowd, about 120 people. Still packed house, not as packed as February, but we had a great time. Did all the line dances. I even got to play the Unicorn, which I got to hear at Hamlin Pub on Saturday during St. Patrick's Day. So it was a great gig on Friday. I was kind of nervous because I've been in bed I was in bed all week, as I mentioned. So I made it through the gig, and I did well. So I'd like to thank everyone who attended. Special needs got a splash bash this Friday. Alright, my number ones. Since I didn't make anything after Monday last week, I will mention the Billboard number ones from last week. Starting with your new number one album, yes, Adele got kicked off by Bruce Springsteen in his album Wrecking Ball, making it his 10th number one album, and his 4 out of 5th in a row. Rising, Devils and Dust, Magic, Working on a Dream, in this album, 5 albums out of his last 6 have been number one. So congrats to Mr. Springsteen. He's got Adele not only to contend, but brand new boy band in the European area, One Direction, in their album Up All Night, to take on the Boss this week. 2 wins on Wednesday. Now, we have the number one single, Fun, We Are Young, still a number one. Now, last week, we had a new country number one last week. It was Doug's Bentley with Home. But since the country number one singles revealed today, Taylor Swift is your new number one single with Hours. This is the first major number one single since Sparks Fly. Ironically, Sparks Fly was number one when Hours came out as a single. So congrats to Taylor with a number one with Hours on the country charts this week. Your new number one. Because they always reveal country number ones on Monday. But I always like to wait till Wednesday when the Hot 100 and Top 200 comes out to reveal country number one. But since I'm making an attack line today for the first time in a week, and since they do reveal it today, I said, what the hell. Alright. Now, probably my big disappointment in the box office this week. John Carter was a bum, making not even $30 million. As we had a new number one movie, 21 Jump Street. Went to number one. I think last week was John Carter Bomb week. But 21 Jump Street's number one this week. Debut number one, what was it, 30 or so million. Congrats to Seth Rogen. Not Seth Rogen. The other fat guy. Jonah Hill. Yeah. And Tenant King. Congrats to them. Number one movie with 21 Jump Street. Is Johnny Depp in it? Does he make a cameo? I don't know. But I don't care. I may see it, but who cares? But congrats to 21 Jump Street. Your new number one movie. Now on the West Entertainment News, somewhat of last week's leftovers when I was sick. Probably my mind's biggest disappointing news of last week came when, according to a Rolling Stone article, the Rolling Stones are deciding not to do a 50th anniversary tour this year. No, it's not Keith and Mick's relations problems. It's actually Keith's health. Why is Keith's health being affecting Rolling Stones tours now? It's never affected it before. All they had to do was cancel a few dates and then do the rest of the tour like they were hitting his head on a coconut or on the jet ski, whatever report you've read. But basically Keith's health has been the issue, they said, during many meetings. And apparently they may end up still doing a 50th anniversary tour next year, but not a big tour. Mostly select dates in select cities, like week, like couple nights in one city, couple nights in another. So we'll see what kind of plans Rolling Stone has for their finally 50th anniversary tour. But despite no tour, I'm hearing they are making a documentary coming out this fall with some new footage. So disappointed there's no tour. But the next day following the announcement of Stones' no tour, at least I got some good news for myself. Been waiting all year for some news on Kiss and their upcoming tour. Now, Wednesday, when the Rolling Stones announced their tour cancellation, Kiss announced they'll be on Jimmy Kimmel Live tomorrow, March 20th. And I said, maybe that Kiss is going to announce tour dates on the 20th. Well, they had a countdown clock on their website for the last couple of days, and it's being reported that Kiss will announce the tour dates tomorrow with Motley Crue. That should be one hell of a tour. Motley and Kiss. I've seen Motley. Been ready to see Kiss for a while. Hopefully, I can make it. It's not a gig day. It's another long story, but I don't want to explain it. Kiss. Feel like the guys in Detroit City. Anyway, that's what the rumors are. Kiss are going to announce the tour dates tomorrow with Motley. And you know they cannot forget Detroit Rock City. So can't wait to hopefully see Kiss and Motley. Should be one hell of a show. Better than Def Leppard, Poison, and Lita Ford. For damn sure. Now, on with big technology. Over the weekend, what was it, Saturday or Friday? The new iPad. I call it iPad 3. That's what it is. iPad 3. They're saying, oh, it's the iPad. Well, what iPad do you have? The iPad. Number 1, number 2. That's what the confusion is. I'm kind of mad that I couldn't get iPad 2, iPad 3, or iPad HD. Because it'll make people confused. But the iPad 3 sold 3 million in 3 days. Wow. Or was it 2 million? Whatever. But big number. In 3 days. It's the iPad. Come on. Even though it's March, it's not Christmas time yet. It could be an early Christmas gift. Or maybe Mother's Day gift. But congrats to iPad 3. Big numbers for its opening weekend. On to reality TV news. Starting with the X Factor. Now, last week, they were saying that Britney Spears has been rumored to replace Nicole or Paul as a judge. Well, Simon's being coy on the Britney rumors. There's been more rumors concerning another celebrity to be involved in X Factor as a host. Current George Clooney girlfriend and former WWE diva and former Dancing with the Stars finalist, which I'll get to in a moment, the season premiere tonight. I'll get to Dancing in a moment. But former Dancing finalist Stacy Keibler has now been rumored to be the host. Makes sense. Because she's not musically experienced. She's more about wrestling and modeling and cheerleading and dating George Clooney. But she may make a good host. So we'll see if Stacy does end up being on the X Factor with Miss Britney Spears. Now, as I mentioned, Stacy Keibler was a former finalist on Dancing with the Stars, which leads to Dancing with the Stars season premiere tonight, season 13. And I'm glad that Tom Bergeron said it best. It's going to be a fun season. There's no one controversial. There's no Nancy Grace. There's no Chaz Bono person. No person that'll get a lot of people voting for people that deserve to leave. I don't want to go into the bullshit of last season. Chaz and Nancy getting ahead out of people like China Phillips, Kristen Carlari, but with less controversial faces, hopefully this season won't be as bullshitted. I'm hoping for the best. Season 14. I said 13. It's supposed to be season 14. I'm cheering on Donald Driver from the Packers because football guys are done well. Hope to see. Think I'm cheering on Julia White, but it all depends on who does well because you can't really pick a favorite until you watch them dance for a couple of weeks. So I can't really pick out of them yet when it comes to dancing, but we'll see what happens with the dancing the next couple of weeks. We got, besides Donald Driver and Julia White, we got Roshan Finnegan from Disney, Miss Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie, Gavin DeGraw, Catherine Jenkins, Gladys Knight, William Levy, some Spanish guy, mimic Giles. Giles. I like that guy. Giles, whatever his name is. Maria Menounos from Extra. I'll talk about Maria in WrestleMania when we get to my wall preview. We also got Martina Navratilova and Sherry Shepard, Jack Magnum. See who does. I'm cheering on Julia. I'm cheering on Donald Driver, but we'll see who does dance well. It's not about. It's half popularity contest, half dancing contest with Dancing with the Stars tonight at 9 on ABC. Now, on the sports, before we get to war in TNA, biggest news, Peyton Manning apparently has picked his new team. The Denver Broncos! Yeah, they're getting rid of T-Ball. Well, apparently they're trading him. I mean, $95 million for a 5-year deal. They're negotiating the contract right now, but all signs are pointing towards Peyton Manning joining the Denver Broncos. Good choice, LA, to bring Denver Broncos back to dominance without having that dumbass T-Bone. And where will T-Bone go? Because there's no way T-Bone's going to play with Peyton Manning now in the Broncos, so we'll see what happens there. But maybe Broncos could get him if they get a healthy Peyton Manning, we could be heading towards a good season for the Broncos. But there you go. Broncos, Manning. Now, before I get to WWE, on the TNA, last night was Victory Road. And since I make an Impact review, I'll talk a little bit about Impact. Saw some more tension with Gary Madison heading towards their matchup this past Sunday. It was an okay Impact on Thursday, but heading towards Victory Road. Once again, crap. Glad I didn't watch it. What else is new in TNA? They just put on a shitty pay-per-view. Sting defeated Bobby Roode. That's weird. Non-title. James Storm defeated Bully Ray. And basically, besides one title, everyone retained the titles. Austin Aries retained the X Division Championship, defeating Zema Ion. Joey Magnus defeated Mick Morgan and Crimson. Saw that coming. Gail Kim defeated Madison Rayne. She's still Knockouts champion. But we have a new television champion. Yes, Robbie E lost to the Devon. But it doesn't matter who has it. The TV title is as worthless as the Knockouts tag titles. It means nothing. Sorry, Devon, but I'm glad someone else has the title besides that stupid ass Robbie E. But it doesn't matter who has it. The TV title sucks. All the non-title action, including Kurt Angle defeating Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Miss Anderson defeating Daniels and Kazarian. That was Impact that was pay-per-view last night. I think Anderson did fight last week on Impact. He was up against Daniels. I think Anderson did win that match last week. Zema attacked Austin last week on Impact, but of course Austin Aries retained the title. So, like I said, I'm just giving you my thoughts on Impact because I didn't make a proper Impact review. Now on to Raw preview for tonight. Now last week on Raw we saw Cena wham. I was so happy to see Cena come back as the Dr. Thugonomics. But you know I liked Cena's rap last week. I loved Rock's concert. He finally won the verbal battle. Rock's been losing, and I loved the concert. He really burned Cena. I loved it. I did buy it on iTunes. When it comes to wrestling, I actually liked the opening match last week. Sheamus against Dolph Ziggler. I like that matchup. So there you go. That's all my thoughts on last week's Raw. I think Punk wrestled Miz. Miz may not be as long as his team for WrestleMania. Let's get down to top 5 questions for the Night's War that must be answered. Question number 5. Will Evan Bourne or Zack Ryder appear on Raw? Now, Evan Bourne is off suspension, and Zack Ryder's been back. I mean, he fought at a house show at MSG this weekend, so who knows if any of them will appear, especially if Zack Ryder wants to be on Team Teddy for WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, question number 4. Will anything else be mentioned for WrestleMania, any matches? Now, we know we got Team Teddy and Team Johnny. Team Teddy, we have David Otunga. No, that's Team Johnny. Team Teddy, Team Captain is U.S. Champion Santino. And also Kofi Kingston, R-Truth. And Team Johnny, for the meantime, Team Captain David Otunga with Mark Henry and Christian, who is back. Apparently, we're also going to have a Divas match. Can't believe they're having us so much for Karma being involved. It's a celebrity match. We have Maria Menounos from Extra, who is also in this season Dancing with the Stars. She'll be teaming up with Kelly Kelly against Beth Phoenix and Eve. I call it Beth and Bray. So we'll see if there's anybody else added to Team Teddy or Team Johnny for WrestleMania, and any other matches made for WrestleMania tonight, or anybody else in the Hall of Fame. We'll see what happens there when it comes to WrestleMania. Question number 3. We'll go down between CM Punk and Y2J tonight. Last week, after Punk defeated Miz, which was an okay matchup, Jericho came on the screen and said, Punk, the reason why you're so straight edge, your dad's a drunk. He kind of made the feud more interesting again. Feud's kind of like predictable, somewhat an okay feud build up. But Jericho saying that Punk's dad's a drunk adds more intrigue in the feud now. So we'll see how that fails out. See what happens tonight if Punk will attack Jericho or Jericho attack Punk. We'll see what happens there with Punk and Jericho tonight on Raw. Question number 2. What happened with The Rock? Now, Rock, I don't know if he's... Is he in Philly? I think he may be in Philly. I don't know. That's where Raw is tonight, Philly. He says he's got a special surprise for Philly tonight. So we'll see what kind of surprise Rock has in store if he'll win this verbal battle. But while Rock got his own plans, so does his WrestleMania opponent. Which leads to question number 1. What happened with John Cena tonight? Well, after surviving a car accident in Philly today, he is okay. John Cena's confident that despite his little whack today on his radio promotion, John Cena will be able to wrestle Mark Henry tonight on Raw. I bet you Rock will get involved somehow, because Rock may be in Philly, maybe distract Cena via satellite or in person. So we'll see what happens with Cena, Rock, and everything heading towards WrestleMania. Head down that road, a long road to WrestleMania. What, we 2 weeks now in the Mania? See what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw at 9, 8 Central on USA Network. That is it for the Attack Line. And I swear to God, I will be making a Raw review tonight. So I'll see you later for that. I will make a Raw review. With that in mind, you all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you all very much. See you all later. Yeah.